listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today, this unimportant review... Oh, God, he murdered the extra.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so I had an extra Imperial Godzilla hanging out because he's in a little worse shape, and I kind of wanted it for a comparison. We're going to have to figure out where he went. Anyways, what we have here for this unimportant review is the Imperial Godzilla, which came out in 1985, so this guy is actually older than I am. I don't know if he's older than my wife, because my wife was 85.
She's an old woman.
She is an old woman. She also just got home, and I can hear her upstairs. That's why we have the baby currently sitting over there. You might hear little gruntings and moans in the background. That would be the baby, and not Arnes, sadly.
Could be me.
Could be. But this is the smaller version. You guys might have seen on Super Unimportant Reviews back in the day, we did the large one, which is my favorite toy that I own. Which it's like the one I've had for the longest, because I've had it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Since I was like 3.
It's like a nostalgic thing.
Yeah, then I still think it looks solid. Like for an 85-ish Godzilla, I think he's cool. He wasn't bad, especially like when these guys were really inexpensive. Like I think this guy would only be like a couple of bucks back in the day.
Yeah, which is not bad at all.
And even him, I want to say he was like maybe like $5-10 for the big one. Ooh. Wasn't anything that was going to break the bank, but still looked solid. But they still have a lot of those like old dinosaur toy tropes. Originally, this guy would have had, if I remember right, it would have been a little tag, like one of those elastic tags that were wrapped around him, and you just pop it off. Sadly, don't have that anymore because, of course, I wouldn't. These guys got heavily played with. Now, I don't remember which one of these was the one I had from my childhood. Because the one that fell on the floor. I think this one was the one I rescued from a yard sale.
Which one?
This one.
Ew.
But it almost looks like in comparison, yeah, he looks almost more like a bootleg. Like the coloring on him is so much sharper in a lot of the spots. The red's more violent. His eyes are horrendous.
Whoever did that is amazing.
Like, look at that bleed. Still has the metallic on the chest. But the one thing, because I thought it was a bootleg, but it still has the Imperial copyright stamps on the bottom. Same year, 1985, Toho. It is an officially licensed figure. But one of these things when you buy these guys is the quality and the paint job can vary dramatically. It's not my first language, I'm sorry. Between each of them. So, do be wary of that. For this one, I grabbed as my good specimen. You do get, it's a black figure that they did a green, I don't even know, I would say it was like a dry brushing, but it's almost like a weird wash.
There's no way that's spray painted, that's for sure. Because
you can see it's in the recesses of the detailing of the scales, but then the black's showing through on top. So if you're dry brushing, like you wouldn't see the black here, you'd see it in the recess. But that's not the case. Which makes me think maybe it was airbrushed on or something really quick just to slap some green on it. Then again, maybe it is just because of the age of the figure. Maybe it's just the paint's rubbed off. That could honestly be it. It's probably just airbrushed. Grabbing this guy, because I don't think he was really played with that much. He's actually a lot greener. In sections. Uh-oh, Xiaomi is getting ornery over there. Little Miss Casey.
Like 5 times already.
I think she hears Mama upstairs and wants to go get her. But God, wait a second, baby. All right, we'll speed through this. He's got red on the lips. This one doesn't have a lot of them. Again, for the example, that's generally what you're going to be seeing is the bloody red on the lips, which is honestly, again, something that's very akin to original.
Wait, which one's correct then? The ugly one or the good one?
Both?
No.
They have, like I said, the quality can range depending. Because I've passed on a few of these because some people mark these guys up and I'm like, no. But if I see them for cheap, I'll grab them.
How much is marked up?
You're looking at like $20-30. Sometimes people are asking for these. The big guy, more like 100. Back in the day, but like I said, if I see them at yard sales or at like thrift stores or something, sure, I'll grab them. Like I've had like 4 of the big ones over the course, And then I've sold them off because I like money. All right, so for the spines, you get the metallic silver on the back here. It's got a lot of green on the side here, though, coming along the tail. Again, for the other one, he's got a little bit more silver, but again, nothing really going on with the tail region there. You get some white paint for the claws. It definitely has rubbed off from excessive play because this guy used to combat a lot of the Power Rangers when I was growing up.
Or Power Rangers.
Because he would be like, when they're, like, he would fight the actual Rangers, and then the big one would be like for the Zords. Was kind of my thought process, because you see the nails are like super scuffed up on this guy, because he has seen some loving. And you got the metallic silver on the chest. Honestly, I was kind of contemplating one of these days maybe actually repainting this one in particular.
You would have to Google the proper paint and everything and see what's the most common.
No, I'd make him actually look like a movie.
Ugh.
I would just redo this guy to actually look like a Godzilla. And would probably look horrendous, but I want to do it.
Steve, you gotta keep it classic.
Because I would do it to him, but he's got like this little ding on his lips. Be honest, this would probably be the better one because I could just fix that ding. Then repaint this one, since he is a little worse for wear. But outside of that, articulation, they can rotate at the tail. The arms can go up and down. The legs go forward and back. That's pretty much about it. Nothing too complicated. Arnes, you want to grab one of the vinyls on the floor over there so I can show for size?
Ooh,
would greatly appreciate it. Preferably a Bandai vinyl. There's like that Hedora.
Okay, baby, we're going to set you this way.
Probably be the best one. Thank you, after I just smacked my camera with the offhand.
Hold your head now.
So, next to a Bandai vinyl, this is him next to the new 2004 Hedora, which, a little shorter, but to be honest, that looks like it'd be a good fight. With the scaling anyways. And overall, do I recommend picking these guys up?
Yes.
Yeah. It depends what kind of collecting you're doing. If you like collecting vintage stuff or old figures or maybe even the vinyls, I think this guy's a must-have for you then. Because especially growing up, like being born in the 80s and growing up in the 90s, like this was like the best Godzilla thing you could get stateside until Treadmasters came out. Which is like 94?
Yeah.
Around there?
96? No.
As I say, the later ones was like Final Wars.
Yeah.
Before, not Final Wars, Godzilla Wars. Before the 98 movie came out. So for that, like, especially like nostalgia reasons, I would say this guy's a good one to pick up. Personally, I would go for the bigger one if you're going to get it. Just because he's cool and makes for a nice little display piece. The little guy here is more along the lines of, he's just kind of an extra. I wouldn't spend a lot on him. Like, I know he goes for like $20-ish now. That seems a bit excessive. But again, if you like collecting like vintage Godzilla stuff, like I said, I think this guy's still a must-have for almost any collection. Because he's almost he's like a bootleg that isn't a bootleg. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. So help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook, guys. We'll keep up to date with channel donate. We greatly appreciate it. Also got a Discord attached to our Patreon if you guys like to chat with us. And if you guys like to get yourself some Godzilla collectibles, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel and get yourself some toys for your collection. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.